One of Australia's elite soldiers has been killed in an army training exercise in South Australia. 30-year-old Lance Corporal Mason Edwards died after being shot in the head in what was supposed to be a rehearsal for a posting to Afghanistan. Another man who can't be named suffered shrapnel wounds. The army has now been forced to defend and explain its use of live ammunition in a training exercise. Philippa McDonald reports.
Today there were condolences for the commando who at just 30 was a veteran of 2 deployments to Afghanistan.
Mason was a committed and determined soldier. He was tremendously proud of his service and in his mates with whom he served. And I can tell you that he considered himself lucky to live in this great country and to have the love and support of his family and partner.
Lance Corporal Mason Edwards and his fellow Special Forces soldiers were in the final stages of training for a 3rd tour to Afghanistan at Kaltana military base, at night using live ammunition in close quarters.
During the activity, Lance Corporal Edwards received gunshot wounds to the head, and another soldier received small arms fire shrapnel wounds to his arm.
As a police forensic team flew in to investigate, the Army Chief defended the use of live ammunition, saying it had been a mission rehearsal exercise for the war in Afghanistan.
Activities which could be focused on releasing hostages, activities that could be focused on trying to capture in Afghanistan Taliban leadership.
A former Special Forces commander says it's highly dangerous, but there are no alternatives.
It's absolutely essential for them to make this transition from being here in Australia, albeit on a training exercise, and then suddenly in operations where the enemy's trying to kill them.
Obviously, this accident will be subject to full civil and military investigations.
But the father of one former soldier is speaking out. Matteo, Chessa's son, found himself in the line of fire 2 years ago as he laid targets for live fire practice at Sydney's Holsworthy Barracks. Although he wasn't hit, he was medically discharged because he was so traumatised. The Army requested he not talk publicly about the ordeal.
It leaves you really devastated to learn that something like that can happen again after, the incident that happened to my son.
All of the soldiers involved in last night's tragedy are being counselled, and the injured soldier was released from Port Augusta Hospital late today. The Defence Force says they will still be deployed to Afghanistan. Philippa McDonald, ABC News.